going forward. Peter Cardillo is the chief market economist with Rockwell Global Capital. Peter, welcome back to Rise Exchange as always.
Good to be
We
back.
usually have you on after Janet Yellen talks a lot and doesn't say a whole lot. What did you get out of what she said today?
Well, look, there's no question that she's paving the way for an interest rate hike sometime this year. I think the one thing that she made quite clear is that we shouldn't expect one until perhaps maybe September or possibly even in December. So I think, that's the reason why the markets yesterday did what they did. And basically, we had a good day. She touched on a few things, and I think these are things that we've spoken about in the past. I mean, the economy is doing okay, but certainly, we're not seeing an economy that's not subject.
What is the benchmark, though, she's looking for? Because that keeps moving. Because they were talking about wage inflation, basically people getting paid more. There was an interesting story, and I asked our guest yesterday about this and see if you agree. When Walmart announced that they were going to raise wages for everybody, that might be a bellwether that you get to that tipping point of wage inflation. Do you believe we're there yet?
No, we're nowhere near there. But, I think the fear of the Fed is this, that perhaps maybe not the domestic economy could falter, but rather the events of other global economies, such as Europe, remaining stagnant, China continuing to decline in economic activity.
And when you say China's decline, it's just slowing down from what had been double-digit growth, right?
Exactly, but
they spend a lot of money.
But we're in a global economy.
That's right.
So we need strength. We can't do it alone. We need other economies to be able to support our activity.
And you say the real risk, one of the real risks out there, of course, is what's going on between Russia and Ukraine.
Absolutely, geopolitical problems. I think that's the biggest risk that the markets face at this year, and that the world economies face. I think that's a real problem. Look. There's an agenda, a hidden agenda by Mr. Putin. I think everyone knows what that agenda is. I really believe he is trying to, reunite Russia.
Mm-hmm.
And
a greater kind of Russia.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Janet Yellen for a moment because, some of the Republicans, led by Rand Paul, want this giant audit of the Fed. Can you first describe the transparency or lack of transparency of the Federal Reserve and your thoughts about this push to have it audited and what that means and why is that a big deal or not a big deal?
I think it is a big deal, but I can't see why they want to audit the Fed. I mean, what is there to audit? I mean,
we know what they're doing.
Exactly. I mean, we know that they have over close to $5 trillion debt on their balance sheet. So what is there to audit? I just don't get it. I think it's
generally speaking, you're hearing from the likes of Rand Paul, who just don't want the Fed around.
Exactly right. And I just think it's a lot of noise. And look, if you heard today's testimony, right, you saw there were a few congressmen there who really gave her a hard time. Mm-hmm. One of I think the biggest quarrel today was the political aspect of it. And
she had mentioned some comments about economic inequality, for example.
Exactly, and they went back and forth. As far as I'm concerned, it's a show.
Peter Cardillo, thank you so much as always.
My pleasure.
Republicans